You guys see St. Louis over there, the Gateway Arch. I'm trying to get through there to the chiropractor, and if I ever get to the chiropractor and back, I'm going to take you guys to Granite City Speedway Junkyard, and if there's still an F-150 in there with a moonroof in it, we're going to cut it out. So I'll keep you posted. If we get through this traffic, we're barely moving. I got to get all the way through St. Louis to Chesterfield, so I'll come back and check in. Okay, we're moving. There you see the big old Gateway Arch. We're going to stay on Interstate 64 here. I've been going down to this chiropractor every Wednesday now for several weeks. Called Performance Chiropractic. They work with the Cardinals and the Blues, and man, have they helped me so much. And it's not any more expensive than it is back home, so it's worth the drive down here. Now there's a 2010, I believe, F-150. The last time I was down there in the junkyard, I didn't have the tools. I want to get it out so I can have a part of a roof there to check my moonroofs before I put them back in the trucks after I rebuild them. So that's my mission today. I'll stay on here so you guys can see us go over the Mississippi River on the Poplar Street Bridge. They need to be doing some road construction here, but I guess they will. They're doing it everywhere else. Around in the corner here, there's the city and the arch. Heading over the bridge right now. It's a really old bridge over there. Stay right here on 64. And we're going right past Busch Stadium where the Cardinals play. They built this stadium right up next to the interstate. Alright. I always thought this building looked really cool here with this artwork they've got on it. I don't know what it is. A big St. Louis up there. There is St. Louis Central Station. The big Ferris wheel going. Aquarium. KC95 Real Rock Radio plays out of there. Alright, I'll get off here now and get to the chiropractor and get us to the junkyard. Alright guys, there it is. If you're in the St. Louis area, Dr. Bates has helped me out so much with my back. Performance Chiropractic. Suite 100, this is 4 West Drive, so if you're close, check them out. They've helped me more than anybody else. All right, let's get to the junkyard. Okay, we're coming back into St. Louis from the west. That's Union Station over there too, not Central Station. I think I called it Central Station. Too used to being in Detroit. I always thought this is pretty cool how we go under Interstate 64. See, there's 64 westbound over there to our left, the way we came. Now we're going to go under it on 64 east to get back across the river. And you guys will see another shot of Busch Stadium. Right there is Busch Stadium. We're down a level. Not where I am watching the road. There is the Gateway Arch again. Over there we've got the Eads Bridge. You can Google the Eads Bridge, built by Andrew Carnegie. That's really a cool story. Over 100 years that bridge has been going. Dr. Martin Luther King Bridge over there. And we are across the Mississippi once again. And in just a few minutes we'll be at the Junkyard. There's a lot of junkyards here just on the other side of the river here in Illinois. So I'll get off here, check back in when we get to the yard. We are on Route 203. That is Granite City Speedway right there, where they do the drag racing, and I've even seen a Busch Series race there. There's always something going on there, cool automotive. We are almost to the Junkyard up here, so I will let you know if we find this F-150 and it's still got the moonroof in it. Otherwise, may just have to walk around and look at some vehicles. Made it in the Junkyard. There's an old Buick. You guys have to tell me what year it is. I'm going to guess like 56. There's a hearse that says we sell body parts. Anything on that side of the fence is, you can't touch it. Has not been processed and been put out in the yard yet. It's windy out here today. There's no Falcon. There's a little MG convertible sitting over there. See, they got that marked cool stuff. Lincolns are all the way over there. I didn't see anything last week. I want to get to this F-150, so let's get back there and see what we find. Well, I made it back here to the truck. The moonroof is still in here. I'm giving it a look. Somebody's already taken the body control module out of here, so I'm not sure how I'm going to hook it up to test it to see if the motor even runs, but I am seeing that it's been caulked shut, so clearly it hasn't been working, but I may take it anyway and fix it. I'd like to cut around here and have this at home to be able to hook them back up and test them. I gotta figure out how I'm going to hook it up now that the body control module's gone. There's no key to turn the ignition on. I do have drill batteries and some test leads, so let me see if I can get it hooked up and see if we got anything at all. Well guys, I got the headliner down and somebody's already got the motor just laying on top of the headliner. The bolts are gone. So clearly this moonroof has a lot of problems. I could rebuild it. I'd rather just get one that's all complete that the motor hasn't been taken off of, so I think I'm going to pass on this one. And I think that we're going to stop at another junkyard on the way out and see if they got anything like this. And I could definitely rebuild this. I don't like it when people try to do things themselves, and I don't know what they've done. So if I could find one in one piece, it'd be a different story. But let's walk out of here, see if I see anything cool on the way out, and I'll show it to you, and then we'll try to hit another junkyard before they close. One thing I did do last week when I was here, my truck doesn't have this factory keypad in the door handle. Somebody put that dealer add-on sticky one, and I don't like it, so I actually found a door handle that was textured black like mine. This one was painted, but the one I got that was textured had this keypad and it was real nasty looking. So this shiny painted one had a really nice one in it, so I unclipped it out of the back and stuck it in the textured one, and I'm going to put that on my truck, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. But I can't get an appointment with the Ford dealer for 2 weeks. I called 3 Ford dealers and they're all swamped. They can't even get me in for a half-hour job, so that's where we're at with that. Let's go see if we can find anything cool on the way out of here. Well, here's what they call a coupe de ville, which I think is an insult to the original Cadillac coupe de villes. Looks like it's about all there. .5 liter. Damn, it has a V8 in it. I didn't see that coming, but I'm not a GM guy. Somebody's got the steering column. Got an aftermarket stereo in it. No sunroof. Well, if you're looking for anything off one of those, it's down here at Granite City Speedway. 1988, I assume is what that means. Let's see. 4 of 88. I guess somebody was proud of it at one time. Let's see what else we can find. I'm seeing a lot of these Chrysler Sebring convertibles in the junkyards. I'll give you guys a tip if you go to the junkyards very much, which I'm not going to do it today, but if you need a hydraulic cylinder for one of these, you have to buy everything. You have to buy the cylinders, the hoses, the pump, the whole 9 yards. So if you can find good cylinders in these Sebrings and get them out, you can sell them all day long on eBay. People will buy them. So it's expensive to buy it all. They're probably there, honestly, but I'm not going to bother with it today. There's no Cougar. If it had the keypad on the door, I would rob all the wiring out of it, but it doesn't. There's one of those weird little Chrysler thing convertibles. A probe. When was the last time you seen one of those? 76 Granada. This thing's been in here a long time. Clearly nobody really wants anything off of it. I guess somebody took the dash pad. Crown Victorias and Grand Marquis everywhere. That's going to go on for a long time. An SVT Roush Focus. Is this real? I got a buddy Mark out in New York that likes these SVT Focuses as if it's the real deal. I'm going to have to send him this and see if he thinks it's the real deal. The engine's gone. I kind of think it might be real. because his has the two-tone seats in it. Manual shift. I'll send this to him. Power sunroof. Might be something on there he wants. I'll be back down here next week. Oh, I saw this last week too. A two-door Crown Victoria, 85. I always thought it was weird they put the power window switches like they did in these lower level ones instead of up on an armrest in the better ones. I never understood really what the difference was between those interiors. This one does have power windows, lock, seat, tilt cruise. Don't see very many two-door Crown Victorias and Grand Marquis like this. Let's go see what else we can find. Here's a custom cruiser. Wagons are hot right now. Somebody destroyed that door panel over there. Got split seats in more ways than one. Power windows, locks. Engine still in it. Part of it. Mercedes of some sort. Yep. There's your wagon. There's two more MGs. There is an old, what is this, a Buick wagon of some sort. It says 65 on it. Tailgate's still there, it's all rusty. Dash is still there. Looks like somebody's robbed all the window regulators and stuff out of it. Wow, I believe it was a power window car. That explains why all that stuff's gone. What is it, guys? Oldsmobile? You tell me. Had the glass roof, so is it a Vista cruiser? I don't know. There's another MG. I never seen so many MGs here. The yellow one over there. This Cadillac's been here a long time too, because I got the working power antenna out of it at home. And the hood ornament and the chrome and stuff that was on the hood. Now the hood's gone. But I've got all that stuff. I'm supposed to be sending it to a guy in New Jersey, along with the moonroof that I cut out of that Eldorado. Got a Crown Vic wagon over here. There's a power door lock actuator. I guess I should get those rubber bushings while it's out and easy to grab. Oh, this car had an absolutely beautiful dark maroon interior in it at one time. See, it's got the window switches and door lock switches and stuff up on the armrest. That's what I was talking about on that two-door. I don't know what made that a lesser model to give you the cheap looking door panels and that other one. This was a nice car at one time. I might as well get these rubber bushings while it's out and easy to get to. It's a shame these things make it in a junkyard like this. Even had a power antenna on it. Illuminated entry. I can't get back too far to show you guys this stuff. There's too many vehicles around. Alright, we're gonna have to get moving if I want to get to that other junkyard before they close. Is this a Fifth Avenue here? These things are drying up, as you well know. Yep, Fifth Avenue. Gray leather. All the window switches are still there. Man, what a mess though. Radio's still in it. Probably don't work. I have found a lot of good parts down here over the years. There was a wasp nest right there. Lean burn, is that what that is? Yuck. Decent hood ornament, strong. Somebody needs one of those. I should take that off. I don't see a year written on here. Power antenna. Probably don't work. Do not see a year on here. I don't know how easy it is to get that hood ornament off, but somebody's probably looking for one. Pretty clean. I'll leave it for the next guy. We got to get moving. Here we are in the Lincolns. Here's an 88 Cartier that's been in here a long time. It was really stripped down before I ever found it the first time. There's really not much left. It got stripped down fast. Now the whole front end's gone off of it. I don't even think that was gone last time I was here, which is last week. There's a limo, a Mark V, some Continentals. This Mark V had the luxury group interior in it. It was nice. This whole door is gone. No moonroof. Somebody's busted out all these windows. What a mess. It had illuminated entry. I believe the illuminated entry module is behind this thing on these. Yeah, it's right there with the mouse nest. There's your illuminated entry module. I can't tell if it had mini vent windows or not. Door panel's still on it. Yep, the mini vent window glass is down in the door. It's definitely still in there. I can see it. But I believe the door glass itself, yep, it's shattered in the bottom of the door. It was a nice car in its day. At one time I was collecting all the clocks out of these Continentals just because they were round and chrome and said Continental on them. Let me see if I can find one. I don't see any sitting here. There's another limo over there. I walked right by a black one. Man, somebody really wanted to fix their car. Not seeing any of those Continentals that I used to rob the clocks out of. Got several of them. Signature Limited. Man, some of these cars shouldn't come to places like this. I've gotten a lot of good chrome keypads out of these places. Yeah, clocks like this I was taking. I thought it'd be cool to make little wooden desk clocks out of them, but actually they were bigger and had Continental written in the chrome around it. But this is still cool. It says Lincoln with the Lincoln Star. That'd be pretty neat. I got a bunch of them at home. I wouldn't say a bunch. Enough. Alright, I guess we've seen all we need to see here. Let's get over that other junkyard before they close. Well, I can't get out of here without keeping showing you guys stuff. Look at that, an El Camino. How does something like that wind up in here? I mean, it don't look like much, but you would think somebody could use something off of it instead of just sending it out here. And what is that? Looks like some kind of a Hudson or something. I don't see a name on it. Six-cylinder. Again, you guys are going to have to tell me what that is. Look at all those windows. Split windshield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that what that is? 11 or 12 pieces of glass. Pretty cool. Put in the comments, let me know what that is. Fairly new Camaro. Somebody needed the top off of a Maverick or a Mercury Comet, whatever it is. There's a 65 Ford two-door over there. That's been sitting in here a long time. Mark 8. Alright, again, let's get moving. I got nothing in here today. I'm really disappointed in that moonroof. If it wasn't caulked shut and the bolts were there for the motor and everything, and it was still bolted up, I would have taken it and rebuilt it, but there'll be a chance to get another one. I'm back at this other junkyard. I haven't really seen anything I want yet, but that was an F-150. I can tell you I'm glad I wasn't sitting in that passenger seat. I hope nobody was. I haven't seen any OBS Ford trucks like I'm always looking for. I see a brick nose sitting back here. Quite a few Econoline vans. All the Rams over there. I have not seen a sunroof yet. There's a Ram. There's an old Ram that's been stripped down. Boy, there just ain't much here for trucks. There's a keypad like I got for my truck right there. I better get back here and get my wheelbarrow before I lose it. I'm known for that. Well, hold on. Here's one of those Continentals like I was talking about. Let's see if it has a clock in it like I'm always looking for. It's possible. Nope, that's just like the one that was in the other one. The days of me finding much in these junkyards that interest me is looks like it's just about over with. I still got one really cool junkyard I want to take you guys to, but it's getting picked over as well. Let me grab my wheelbarrow. Here's what's left of what I believe was a 87 Cutlass. Dang. 88. Cutlass Supreme. That thing got hit hard. There's nothing here, guys. Nothing for me. The Grand Prix, if you're still trying to keep them things going. They had great engines in them. Monte Carlo back there. Honestly, I'm looking for a Chevy Sonic because I need a windshield and a rear window out of it. My buddy Jason, and I went and helped get that Crown Victoria. He's wanting to drive that car in the winter. He needs some windows put in the front end back. There's a Corvette that burned up. Boy, did it ever. Wow. I don't even know why they had to set something like that in here. There's nothing good on it. I honestly can't believe there's no Sonic sitting in here. I've been up and down these aisles. There's your Cadillac. Electrical nightmare. That might be some kind of Sonic, but he's got a sedan, not a hatchback. Spark, that's a Chevy Spark. There's nothing here. There's an old Buick of some sort. The Sabre probably. 84 Electra. Not much left of it either. I need to do a YouTube video on these god-awful tape-driven regulators. These windows were slower than a 7-year itch. Put it in so many GM vehicles back then. Dang. I was working at a dealership when these little Buicks were brand new. Maybe not. That one says 96. I was working there around 86. They must not have changed much in 10 years. Man, what a letdown. I guess I'll mosey around here. If I see anything cool, I'll let you know. Otherwise, it's about time to head home. Here's an Expedition which would have the same moonroof, but somebody's already got it ripped to pieces too. Or I could get one out of it. What year is it? 07, I think it says. Here's something cool you guys might not know. If you've got a vehicle, well, I don't know if I can get to it. Any vehicle, Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, doesn't matter. If you find a sun visor that your correct color that has that garage door opener in it, it's got to be new enough to where it has that little house around the light. You can take those sun visors out and unplug them, and they're plug and play. You can put that universal garage door opener in your vehicle if you find it. You can find the program instructions in the owner's manual. Most things are even online. It's pretty easy. You just hold the two outside ones until the light flashes, and that clears all the codes out of it. Then you just follow the simple programming procedures, and you can open 3 garage doors from your own vehicle. If you don't have that option, it's pretty easy to add. I've done it. Oh. Here's another Expedition that's got a moonroof, but to be honest with you, I don't have time to take it out now. Can't get in this side. Wait, this is a Navigator. That's even better. I'll be back down here next week. I may have to get one out of one of these. Let's make sure it's not caulked in. It's not. Well, if this thing lasts another week, I can come and get it out, I guess. A lot more stuff to take out of one of these, though. I'd sure like to find one in the truck. There's one in this truck, but it may not be the same. It may be too old. I'll investigate that when I get home. Okay, I'll be back. Well, here's something somebody's always looking for: a cab light harness and a brick nose or a bull nose or anything like that. And it's all Phillips screws. So I'm going to take these lights off and see, it's Phillips screws over there on that A-pillar molding, and comes down and plugs in right here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that cab light harness out. At least it gets me something for coming down here today. I'll kind of keep you posted. I don't have anybody to hold the camera for me down here, so I'll show you as I go. Alright, I got all these unbolted. Just twist the socket out of each one. Again, you gotta have both hands, but you know what I'm doing here. Okay, I gotta have both hands, but just twist the sockets out of each one. We're gonna shove these down through the hole, and I'll show you what we got to do after that. Actually, we're going to pull these up out of here, and we're going to unplug each one. I didn't realize that they had a plug on them. There, we're going to unplug each one because this all has to come out the top. So I'm going to unplug each one of these, and then we'll go over to the plug and show you what you got to do to get it up through there. Okay, got this unplugged. Every truck has this plug, whether you got cab lights or not. But this has to be pulled up through the A-pillar, and it won't go with this plug on it. So we're going to push this little red lock out of here, and let's see. I don't know if you guys are going to see this, but we're going to push this out, and then we're going to unpin these wires. I gotta put my glasses on. There, we've got that unpinned. We're gonna put this little plug and this lock in my pocket so I don't lose it. And we're going to pull this up through hold on, I still got to get these two unplugged over here. Okay, so we're going to start pulling here. I'm going to stick all these down through the holes. It's so bright out here, I can't see if you guys are seeing any of this. I'm sorry. We got to get these shoved back down in there. Now, this should pull over each one of them. You're going to need these little things here when you go to drill holes to add cab lights, so we're going to take them too. Okay, there's all 5 of them. Now, this should just pull right up out of the A-pillar. There it is. There's the pins that was down there in the plug. So now, we're going to unclip all these, but I'm going to do it with both hands so I don't drop them. Alright, there's all you got to have. There's a cab light harness with all the sockets and the 10 little things that slip over the holes right here. And when you go to, you measure this and then you make a little stencil to show you where to drill these holes. And you don't have to do this half moon thing here like they did. You can just drill a circle with a hole saw. I've done it 100 times and I've never had one leak. So that's what you got to do. Then you got to feed that back down through here. And it's easiest, just take you like a piece of wire and head right down that way and fish it right down through here and it'll come out. Then you put your pins back in the plug and plug it in and you can add cab lights just like that. It's pretty simple. So I wouldn't call it a wasted trip because I had to come down here to the chiropractor anyway and I stopped on my way home, but it's been a pretty disappointing trip to the junkyard, so at least I got something that somebody can use, or even me eventually down the road. So let's get out of here. Alright guys, I'm back from the junkyard. I'm at home. When I came out of the junkyard, my key wasn't in my pocket. I'm terrible about locking the keys in my truck. So I had to borrow one of those unlock kits from the junkyard, which I got in here in no time, but this is what I got last week. This stupid stick-on thing from the factory, or from the dealer, hasn't worked like since right after I got it. I didn't put it on there. I don't like them. I never have. So I'm going to change it to this. I'm going to show you guys how to do it because I'm terrible about locking the keys in my truck. So that's coming up. I got a pretty good surprise coming tomorrow. I've got an Australian TV show coming to do some filming. Hi Festus, what are you doing? You hungry? We'll get something in a bit. So yeah, this is all I wound up getting today was this cab light harness. I didn't bring the lights because they all cracked up and you can get aftermarket ones, you can find new old stock ones. And I grabbed a couple striker bolts just because the doors were open and closing good on that truck. So That's all I got today. I'm going to get unloaded, get some things cleaned up for tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with this TV show from Australia coming. I got to look it up. I don't even remember what it's called, but I guess you'll find out when it posts. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. I got more junkyards coming up, I promise. Thanks for watching.